Hello Libra, thank you for watching your career and finance reading for January 2018. I'm using the Robin Wood Tarot deck. I've got one oracle card from Sonia Choquette, Ask Your Guides, and I've got one from the Animal Messages. So we'll start with this one. It's the Peacock. Protect your heart from those who may cheat before they hurt you. So if there's something going on at work where somebody is cheating, lying, or taking credit for your work, use your intuition. Right here's the High Priestess. It's use your intuition to figure out if there's somebody in that situation and protect yourself from that. Now, this came up for you as well, partnerships and love, nature spirits. I wasn't surprised at all that they came up for a Libra reading because you like to be balanced with a partner. And what I'm going to do is get the little book. I'm going to read about the first paragraph of it. Then if you want, you can pause the video to read the rest of it. So I want to see and get a sense for what that card is referencing. And it's saying here, partnerships and love, nature spirits, infatuation, romance, connection, introduction. You know, and it could just be referencing partnerships. Maybe it isn't a love relationship. Maybe it's just partnerships at work. Your nature spirits, known as runners, are working to introduce you to a wonderful new partnership to fulfill your heart's desire. Whether in the areas of business, friendship, or romantic love, these practical guides are leading you directly toward the appropriate person to best support your soul at this time. So you can pause it to read that. And then I'm going to go over here to the rest of it. And you can pause the video to read this as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean partnerships in love. It could be referencing partnerships at work. So maybe the message is if you have a partner that you work with, someone you work directly with, or you're in business with a partner, it's, protect yourself from somebody who may cheat, literally cheat you, maybe cheat you financially, cheat the business in some way. The overall theme for the month of January is this Knight of Pentacles. This is that slow and steady work. This is plodding along, slowly, steadily, working very hard towards your long-term goals to achieve your financial success. And that's what's referenced here in this card. Now, in the past energy, we have these three. This is you in the past rising out of the ashes, exposing yourself to the world. This is rebirth and renewal. This is you undergoing some major transformation and rising anew as the new you, exposing yourself, hello, here I am, and beginning your life anew, starting all over. But this was in your past. You've already done this. And because of that, you got to a situation when you felt a little stuck. You felt like your career, your finances were kind of out of your control. It was out of your hands. There wasn't much you could do about it. And then you felt some sadness and loss because of that. You had all these great intentions when you came out with the new you and transforming yourself and wanting something new for your life, and new in regards to your income and how you represent yourself to the world and making your money. And it led to some kind of financial loss because you really felt like you didn't have much control over the way things were turning out for you. Now, in the present energies for the month of January, here you are sticking up for yourself and defending your actions. This could be if this is a partnership, or if this is other co-workers or people who are attacking you in some way at work, whether they're just not nice to you or you're being forced to stick up for what you believe in on the job. And, if your beliefs are different than theirs because this is the new you and they don't really understand your point of view and how you think and feel and what you believe in on the job, and then you have to defend your actions because of how you really feel about the way things should be run at work. And then this is the heart of the matter. It's the central theme. It's the you know, the center of attention. This card oftentimes comes up for me for students. Now, if this is your child and you're paying for their education, and everything that you're doing is surrounding your finances, is surrounding your child and paying for their education, that would be reflected here. If this is you, and how your finances are affected because of you when you were a student, and maybe if that's in regards to your student loans, then that's the central focus of this reading as well. But this is usually, to me, the Page of Swords has to do with being a student, and where your finances are concerned, it has to do with any job opportunities that are coming to you because of your education, or it also has to do with debt surrounding your student loans. And then this is the High Priestess, which is about using your intuition. So using your intuition to protect yourself from whatever is going on with this partnership. If somebody's going to hurt you, break your heart. And it doesn't mean they're taking your money or stealing from you per se, but you know, there's some sadness and loss in your past regarding these partnerships. So maybe they don't see your point of view and how you feel like things should be done at the job. And maybe this isn't you working. If this is, you know, if your spouse and your spouse feels like you should be doing more to contribute financially, and it hurts your heart because you're doing the best that you can. And or if you have these loans that are making your relationship challenging because you're bringing all this debt to the relationship. So I see this card in this reading as representing your debt. You know, these two people are chained to this treasure chest. They've fallen down the hole and can't get out. You know, there's the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not so easy to get there because debt really weighs us down and ties us down, and that may be having some impact on the relationship as well. But this is all about using your intuition. I'm going to pull a few cards for clarifiers to get more insight. And then you'll come to a point in your future where you have to make a choice about something. Where your work and where your finances are concerned. If it's in regards to this partnership, you know, it could be a love relationship and maybe how your finances are having some effect on your relationships, or your debt and how your debt is affecting your relationships. But this is the final card. This is happiness and joy and success. So through it all, the final card is this happiness and joy and success. So whatever happens, you know, in the final outcome in the future, you will find a way to find success and happiness. So let me pull a few cards to clarify. I want to clarify this High Priestess in regards to all three of these things. This whole partnership and protecting yourself and your intuition. Let me pull a card for that. Oh, it popped right out. Here we go. Fell on the table. It's the Hermit card. So where there's partnerships and love and protecting yourself, this is all about then you being alone, retreating inward. I mean, they kind of have the same meaning. It's retreating inward to reevaluate yourself, what it is that you want in a partnership. And if you have a partner who's really giving you a hard time about the money, but the Hermit card is retreating inward. It's also about working independently. Maybe it's a message about not working. Maybe it's about leaving that partnership. If you have a partner at work, maybe this is the message about leaving that partnership and working independently. If it's a partner in business, or you have a partner on the job, and maybe it's about leaving that partnership to work independently before they break your heart in some way. So let me get clarity on these choices. What is this choice you have to make? What is it about? And it's about family. Here's your family. Here's the happy family, the happy home. Happiness, a happy family. So making this choice about family. So regarding your job and regarding your income and your money, there's some decisions, some choice that has to be made about this family situation. And it may be in relationship to this debt here. So you're going to have to make some kind of choice about the family in the future, where your money and your career and finances are concerned. Maybe it's a job offer. If it means, I mean, maybe it's about maybe your spouse has tremendous debt. And this is a message for you to get out while you can before you're tied down by their debt. Or if there's a breakup of a marriage that will cause this debt, because this debt is in your future. It doesn't say breakup, it just says marriage here. Now maybe it's a choice you have to make about marrying somebody who has all this debt. Maybe, maybe you love somebody, but they have a lot of debt, and then you have to make a choice about, this is you making this choice and having a hard time making it, whether or not you want to settle down with that person and have a family with that person because of their debt. It's one way or the other. Either you're building a family with somebody or making choices about your family. Maybe it's making choices about whether or not to have a family, whether or not to have children. Maybe you've got a lot of debt and you're not so sure you want children until you pay off your debts, and that could have some impact on your final decisions. So your reading is really heavily focused on the relationships and the bearing that is having on your finances, not so much on your career. But it does show up with this happiness and this joy. I'll pick one more card to see if there's anything clearer I can gather about that Page of Swords and what that Page of Swords represents. So I'm doing this reading, the career and finance reading, for $10 up until December 23rd. If you contact me at my email address down below in the description box, it's sugarmoon444@yahoo.com. Just send me an email that you're interested, and I'll respond with all of the information that you need. It's $10 for this career and finance reading if you have some questions about your finances. And but you have to book it and pay for it by December 23rd, and I'll do it for $10. So let's see if a card comes out for this Page of Swords. Yep. Well, that's too many. That's too many that came out. Although here, wait, this one's right on top, and it's the children. So the Page of Swords is regarding children. So it's either you paying student loans, it's either you paying for school for your kids, for your own kids, or for your grandkids, or goes back to this. Do we start having children right now because of the student loans and because of the debts we've accrued because of our own education? So it's one way or the other. So it's about children. And I think that's as much clarity as I'm going to get out of this. If I pick too many cards, it just gets too muddled. So thanks for watching, Libra. I hope to hear from you if you're interested in a reading. It's a good bargain. Normally a reading is $25, but I'll do it for $10 for this particular reading. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.